Yo, what's going on? So, I just had this crazy idea. I mean, I guess it's not that crazy, but I was thinking, like, for 2026, like, what are my goals? What am I trying to do? And I realized that, like, if I really do the right things, I can still become pro in this game and I can still make money. So, like, recently, my financial situation just got a lot better. I'm about to sneeze. Holy shit, this is terrible. What's going on right now? I don't know. I'm freaking out. Um, I'm so tired, by the way. Absolutely so tired. I've just really like slept most of the day, and I got work in like 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours. But I'm on to something here. I'm locked in. You know what I mean? So I bought Marky Moo's coaching, but we haven't scheduled a meeting yet or whatever. And I was just thinking, like, in the meantime, like, what could I be doing that I could really just like get better and stuff. So on the last night of the season, I went from 2174 to 2412, and I played like a bunch of legends, but I did like the push mainly on Asuri. I don't remember like the numbers or whatever, but I was playing Asuri for like hours, like proper hours, and I went from like I spent like the whole time in 2300 on Asuri, and then this guy was like, dude, you're never gonna get 2400. And then like an hour later, I ended up beating him at 2399, and I got 2412. But anyway, so like the season before last, I don't remember if I played or not, because I was working two jobs and paying off a ton of debt. I just got rid of like $25,000 in debt in the last like 6 months. Uh, but then over the summer, so season 36, I think, I got 2425. And so yeah, I'm able to get 2400 like every time, like whenever I really try for a season. And like 2 years ago, well, 1 year ago I was power rank 75, but 2 years ago I was like, I was getting like 24 or 30, and I was playing in like a lot of tournaments and stuff. I haven't really, I've just been like busy, but yeah, 2026, I'm gonna have a lot of time, and like mentally, I'm gonna be doing a lot better, and I'm just gonna have like, money figured out and everything. So I think now's the time to like push. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do more than play Brawlhalla. Like I'm also trying to get into other stuff, but I want to work on this game like really hard. So I looked up ChatGPT. Also, I'm uploading like uncut, unedited videos. I'm not trying to do all that. But normally I'll make a video and then I never upload it because I just think it's like a waste. Like nobody's gonna watch it. But like it's not really. I think I was looking at it the wrong way. I was looking at videos as something that could like get me results like on YouTube, in terms of like views and subscribers and monetization and stuff. But what I realized is that the videos like have nothing to do with YouTube. The videos are it's literally just like journaling. It's like a self like video. I mean, you're literally like you're what do you call it? You're like working on yourself. You're like actively reviewing and analyzing and like improving your life. I don't know. It just makes you more focused, and when you're really like, and then at the end of the day, but then and so yeah. All right, whatever, bro. I'm just gonna fucking move on from that. Anyway, so yeah, and I'm pretty sure, dude, I've got like crazy ADHD, I swear. Like it's so hard, and like this is what's held me back all my life, and why I'm like 21 years old now and I still am trying to do things that I was trying to do like 3, 4 years ago, because I just like get so torn up like over other stuff, and I just can't like stay on one thing, you know. So I typed into ChatGPT like all my Brawlhalla stats, like I just got my 10-year title. I've been 2400 like several times. I was PR 75 a year ago. I put in like some of my placements and stuff, and people I've beat and like that I've been coached and whatever by Peer, Java, Luna, and Megd. And so this is what it said. So it said, you're not daydreaming. You're already inside the real competitive tier of Brawlhalla. You just haven't consistently broke through. I'm going to talk to you as someone who could realistically convert skill into money. All right, and then, so objective reality. You're already in the top percent as a 2400 ELO player. You had a good PR. You have good placements. You've won against top players. You gained a ton of ELO in one session, which means you have the skill ceiling to go far. You're 10 years in the game, so fundamentals and mechanics are not the issue. The issue is consistency and optimization. Conclusion, it's not if you can go pro, it's how do you do it. The hard truth, grinding ranked is unnecessary. Oh, sorry. Grinding ranked is necessary but insufficient and possibly hurting you. Ranked improves execution. Tournaments require decision, discipline, matchup prep, mental control, and pacing. The difference between 65th and 17th is not mechanics. You already know how to play the game. You need structure. What is actually blocking you? From everything you've said, the blockers are inconsistent peak performance. You can beat anyone, but not reliably. You have mental fatigue, for poor match pacing, playing reactively instead of forcing win conditions. No preset game plan. That's so true. No active feedback loop. You had coaching sessions, but nothing regular, no accountability, no review cycle. At your level, one-off coaching is almost useless. Grinding without direction. Just grinding and trying to get ELO is how players plateau at 2400 to 2500 forever. You don't need more games, you need intentional reps. The path to making money in 2026. Here is a 12-month framework with no fluff. Phase 1, off season. The goal is to turn yourself from a dangerous player into a consistent bracket threat. Ranked. Max 2 to 3 ranked sessions per day. Stop immediately after 2 losses in a row, feeling emotional or rushed. Treat ranked as execution practice, matchup labbing, and mental reps. Mandatory VOD review, non-negotiable. Holy shit. Alright, buckle up. After every tournament and 1 ranked session per day, clip every stock loss and every set loss. Ask only what decision lost the stock. Was I playing my plan or reacting? If you can't answer that in 10 seconds, that's your problem. Matchup scripts. For your main plus worst 3 matchups, write preferred neutral openers, when to disengage, kill confirm priorities, panic options to eliminate. Top players don't feel it out, they run scripts. Competitive season. Tournament volume. Every North American tournament. No skipping because not feeling it. Consistency builds PR, not pop-off placements. That's why I did so good in 2024, because the player volume was significantly lower and there were twice as many tournaments. So I played in all but one of the majors. I played in the first circuit, and then in the second circuit I missed one tournament because I think I was traveling, but I played in the other 3, and I got like I think I don't even think I had a placement outside of top 128 in 2024. Like all 7 majors that I played in, I got 97th or better. I got like 2 97ths. I want to say I got 3 97ths, 2 65ths, and 2 49ths. And so that put me at 75th power rank. And yeah, it was just the combination of it being easier to place higher and more tournaments that just made it, like, for someone like me, it was like the best case scenario. But I guess it was pretty bad for the game because they ended up going back to the seasonals. And this year, like I missed the winter championship. I think I might have played in like the spring or summer championship, and I got like 129th or whatever the placements are. I think I did really bad, and yeah, I barely competed this year, so my PR went way down. Uh, okay, so back to this thing. Placement goals. Forget winning. Target turning 65ths into 33rds, 49ths into 25ths. So that's only on the winner's side. You only have to win one more match in your bracket to get to, 2 placements further. Because yeah, the sooner you lose, it doubles the games that you have to win, and it's just so hard. Because like you can win 3 in a row and still only place 49th, but then you're just fighting like somebody that lost to PR1, but they are really good because they got that far to fight PR1 in like in top 40, top 64 or whatever. And yeah, it's just impossible. Like once you, it's so much harder in losers to progress. It's so hard. Okay. Once you're consistently top 32, money becomes realistic. Networking. This matters more than you think. Scrim with players slightly better than you, not gods. Peers who are climbing. Be reliable, calm, not ego-driven. People don't team, scrim, or vouch for players who tilt. Where money actually comes from. Tournament winnings. First real income, top 16 to top 8 finishes. Small at first. Streaming content optional but powerful. You are high enough skill that road to top 16 NA, breaking 2500 elo, tournament run breakdowns. Yeah, and I've already done that. A little bit, like a small amount. I don't stream, but like my videos on this channel are, pretty intentional, like Brawlhalla videos, I think. But I just need to I need to take all these steps in my gameplay and apply it to my YouTube channel too, because it'll just make everything better. You need to build an audience, sponsorship eligibility, safety net income. You don't need to be famous, just consistent. Dude, that's so true. Oh my God, dude, I didn't even think about that. Like, that's exactly what I was talking about. I don't need to like get like a ton of views to upload videos. I just need to upload videos, and then they might get a ton of views. If I don't upload any videos, they're not going to get any fucking views because there's no video. So, damn, dude, that's like genius. This fucking Chat GPT shit is overpowered. They need to nerf this shit. All right. Once you're consistently PR'd, known in the scene, you can coach 2,000 to 2,200 players, make steady side income. I didn't even think about that. I could become a coach. All right, here's the situation with your coaching with a world champion. Top players are unreliable coaches, terrible at scheduling, often don't know how to teach. You don't need the best player. You need someone who's 5 to 10 PR spots above you, who's consistent, who reviews VODs weekly. That's far more valuable. The real question now, how many tournaments are you willing to play? Do you currently VOD review? What legends do you main? What matchups feel unwinnable? Damn, that's crazy. ChatGPT really gave me the whole rundown here, so damn, dude. All right. Now I got to think about what to do. So I think a lot of this game is about like feel, because a lot of it comes from confidence. I think but you build that confidence whenever, like it said, if you're operating if your whole entire playstyle, kind of like Impala, where like you just spend thousands of hours building up the perfect game plan, like the unbreakable, basically to where it's like playing the game like optimally is just a consequence of your practice, and it's not something you have to actively think about like that. That's like the goal to get to, because most of the time I feel like when you're in a tournament, you're going to be like tired and you're not going to want to play, and your mental is going to be shot, and it's just going to be like super hard to get any results. So that's why you have to spend all the time, like 40 to 50 hours a week in like the off season, and whenever like you're far away from tournaments. Like every time I try to prepare for a tournament that's like a week out or something, I usually, I just have a terrible time in that tournament. But even if I just enter one and I don't prepare for it at all, but I'm just like playing the game a lot, then I'll go into that game or I'll go into that tournament and I won't really care about my placement because I wasn't preparing for it to begin with. So I can't expect myself to do really well. And the higher expectations you set, I think like it just almost makes it worse because you know you just create these like unrealistic goals. Your mind will always like put your mental image lower, I think, whenever you're like going based on prediction. But if you just like practice all the time and have no expectations going into a tournament and you go in and you like are just there to try to like see if what you've been practicing will work. I feel like that's what Sandstorm did in like early in his career. He just played the game like a lot, but not competitively. He would just play training mode and just do friendly twos and just try to like execute like scythe reads and fucking sick combos. And then like when he went at a tournament, he didn't really focus on like money or winning or like any of that stuff that has nothing to do with the game. He just went into the game and he just picked Mordex and he tried to like, or he played like all sorts of characters. I think Sandstorm has one on the most, not like the highest number of different legends for sure. I mean, obviously he's just won the most in general, but like I feel like it's so underrated that he also got all those placements on so many different legends. Like he's won tournaments with like almost every weapon. I feel like, if not every weapon, but he would just grind a weapon that he liked a lot, try to get like really good at it, and then just go into a tournament and then just try to do all the stuff that he's been practicing, and then he'd just win the whole tournament. You know what I mean? Because everybody else going into that tournament has like this preconceived notion about their like how they're gonna do. But yeah, it feels like it's kind of the Tiger Woods theory is like you just play golf nonstop and you just become completely obsessed with like how you can take shots off your game. Like it doesn't matter. Like he's not going into a round with like trying to hit a certain score or going into a tournament and like trying to win the tournament. He's just all he's trying to do is take strokes off his game and just hit better shots and just like be able to do anything. So he just spent all his time trying to hit every single type of shot. And then when he went into a tournament and he needed to hit a certain shot, it was just as simple as executing everything that he had been learning. And then next thing you know, everybody else has been spending time like, trying to win and place better and just like play golf all the time, but he's just been mastering like the actual game. Like the more you strip down like in a competitive environment, I think like the more you like cut out all the fat and you just get it down to like the fundamentals and the basics of like what you're actually doing. That's when you start to like get the real results and you know pull ahead of like the people around you, because how many people are really out here? It's like Java. I don't know how many people have like are really aware of that guy's like mindset, I guess. But I got coaching from him, and he like all he's concerned about is just like getting on the game. Like, why did he get hit? Why did he die? How to consistently kill more. Like what kind of combos could he be doing? What dodge reads? And then like he just only looks at like the game of Brawlhalla and just like how to be a better player at it and win against his opponent. And then when he goes into the game, 99% of the people that he fights, like he's just so far like mentally he just is gonna know so much more about the game. But yeah, you have someone like me who like I've just spent so many years of my life, like literally almost half my life. Wait, yeah, so I've been playing for 10 years. I'm 21, so almost half my life I have just been getting on ranked, and like I've done like my fair amount of like review and practice and like real practice, but the majority of my time has just been spent like playing ranked 2v2, playing ranked 1v1, and just spamming games, and I just play over and over and over. And like the only so the time whenever I went straight from 2100 after like I think 6 years. I had only reached 2100, and then like within a year I went from 2100 to 2430 or something. And but I gained, so I hit my peak in one season. My peak went up like 300 elo in one season, and that was after. Okay, what is going on here? Is everybody a bot? What happened? Um, that was after I got coaching from Pier, and I started just playing the game like genuinely like 10 to 12 hours a day. And I had already been doing that, but it was because I had that coaching, and he kind of gave me the framework I needed to like not just change specific things in my game, but he taught me like how I should look at the game and like approach it mentally to where I could just kind of simplify everything and like learn how to read players. Pier is so good. Pier is easily one of the best players in the world at like just predicting what someone is going to do and having like a really nasty response to that. I think where he faults is his reactions to things can be like pretty exploitable. I think he's from my own personal review of his gameplay, he'll spot dodge a lot and he'll get punished pretty hard for that. Or maybe he'll misinput. I know he has a huge problem with misinputs. I think a lot of his failures have come from just maybe simply not even doing something wrong, but just like being taken advantage of because the person that he was fighting didn't make a mistake and he did. But at like the basic level of the game, in terms of if you were to show him like any replay or like any match, I think like he will just be the best at breaking down the players and knowing what's happening and knowing like who's gonna win. But anyway, enough glazing. I mean, I've beat Pier on multiple occasions. He's probably the best player that I've beat like several times in a 1v1. But I know that like I know that I know enough about the game to get to a point where I can go pro. Because I was obsessed for so long. I mean, I have like my in-game playtime is like over 3,000, and my Steam hours is like 7,800. And I don't even know how many hours of Pro Brawlhalla I've watched, but it's thousands. Like I just used to literally watch Pro Brawlhalla like when I woke up, when I went to sleep, at school, at work, on my breaks, in the car. Like I've like been there before, and I haven't been putting a lot of hours into this game, but I just recently started putting a little bit more, and I saw like a huge improvement very quickly. So it's kind of like once you're, because when you don't play a lot, mechanically you're limited, I think. But when you start to really ramp it up and you're able to like fluidly express your thoughts to actions in the game, that's like the point where you can start actually going through this like review and like improvement process, because it's just gonna be hard to like fix your mistakes if you're not even executing what you're trying to do, because how are you supposed to know if it's right or wrong if it never even happens? So yeah, I feel like when I'm going into a game and there's only maybe like one or two times throughout that game where I'm doing something that is like an actual mechanical error, that's like the point where I can start diving deep. Because there for a while when I was like stuck at 2100 for probably like 2 months, and I was just kind of like playing, not even, maybe like 3 or 4 times a week I'd play the game. But like that was the time where literally like every stock, I'm making like huge misinputs. I'm dying from misinputs. I'm just like, I just can't even play the game. So, I mean, I have like a pretty good setup. I don't really think it's completely necessary to change anything about my setup. I probably will get a new keyboard just because I want a new keyboard. But I'm on 360 hertz. I have like a pretty well built PC, and I have like all the optimizations for the game for like the launch options and everything. So I think I don't need to do much there. But yeah, so um I guess I need to have like a full scale like strategy to improve, I guess. Because if I just try to wander aimlessly, so that's where the ADHD comes in. It's like it was talking about when you're reactive instead of having like a plan and like following a script. When you're just like seeing what's happening on your screen, and like that's how you make your decisions, you're completely limiting how far you can go, I guess, because there's no way you can react perfectly every time and like just kind of like spontaneously make the best decision. It has to be like predetermined, especially in higher pressure situations. Like when I'm playing, my match for 33rd or something in a tournament, that's when my reactions are going to be at their weakest point, and I'm going to make the most mistakes, and I have to rely the most on like what my muscle memory and like what I've already seen work and my practice. And there's a lot of things that like I'm going to change how I play because I don't want to mess up. So I'm going to do less. I'm not going to go in as hard. Like naturally, like your mind is just going to do those things. So yeah, that's where you have to already know what you're going to do. And it really just comes down to whoever has put in the most practice, and whoever is the most prepared for that match is the one who's going to win, no matter like what the other conditions are. It's just like I think this game, while it does have lots of really obvious flaws, and it's pretty easy to get in the mindset of like the game sucks, like it's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just poor design. But I really think that the better player wins in tournament every time. And whether people want to admit it or not, like whenever they lose to Guichibu and he's just like spamming the same read, it's like, okay, well you got hit by it every time. You know what I mean? And like Godly will, or like a top tier player will lose to somebody who's traditionally worse than them, but maybe over the course of like a year they are the better player, but in that specific set they just played worse than the other players. So it's like I think that it's not really about like I get so in my head about who I'm fighting, and like if I already know who they are, that's gonna impact me so much. Like mostly I'm just talking about pro players. Like whenever I got coached by Luna, I was queuing ranked because we were gonna like review some stuff in real games, and I queued into Radish in the coaching, and I was fighting Radish, and like the whole time he's like dodging in every time he's going for like SIGs, like he's not really taking it that seriously, and I'm just like rinse repeating, walking into his reads over and over, and I'm just like missing follow-ups. I'm like blowing my advantage, and I lost the game. And he was like, honestly, like you could have won that game like really easily. I mean, he just wasn't playing well at all. And like we reviewed the game, and it was so bad. It was like all the stuff he was doing was really easy to read and punish. And like there were so many times where like I had like a free kill on him, and like I just don't take it. But in my head, I've already lost the game. I'm thinking, oh holy shit, I'm fighting Radish. Like I'm never gonna win. So like why even really put a whole lot of effort into like trying to win, because it's just not gonna happen. But it's like obviously if you do that at any point in your life with anything, it's gonna be a negative result if you have a negative mindset. So you can almost eliminate mindset entirely, I think, from everything, like from life. I think you can just completely strip the mindset, and you could just only. This is like a very like Buddhist style of thinking, I think. But if you just only focus on what you're doing at that time, like just at every second of the day, if you're just like only putting your attention into the actual decisions that you're making and the motions and posture and like your you know what I mean, like if you just focus on what you're doing at all points in the day, like you will always see a better result than I think if you put time and focus and resources into anything else other than what you're doing. Like if you're I don't understand people that are like they like intentionally put time and energy into like mental health. Like what does that mean? Like you're like, oh yeah, I spent like 3 hours just like practicing good like habits and like just really like focusing on my self fucking awareness and like mental surroundings and environmental decision. It's like, what are we talking about here? Like I think if you just strictly focus on things that are tangible and real and happening now, it'll just always be better. You know what I'm saying? So I think, well, and people with anxiety struggle with that a lot because of their like the way that they feel when they do something, like that pressure and stress and worry about what's going to happen. That's their barrier to ever actually doing something. They just think like if they just keep dancing around the fact that they have to do something and they're just like, oh, I'm feeling anxious, so I'm just going to like how can I calm down? How can I like not feel anxious? And then, they do drugs or something, or maybe they like have some other bullshit that they just like watch a TV show or something. Well, in every second that you spend doing that is a second that you're, not doing anything else, right? You're not actually like being productive and making progress in life. So every day that you spend living like that is like just a day farther from anything that you would actually want to do. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm kind of just having like an epiphany about life right now, I guess. But I don't really struggle with anxiety that much unless it's something is like literally out of my control and it's like going to impact my life in a great way. Like obviously I'm gonna think about it, and I know that like there's no point in thinking about things that you have no control over. But if it's something that's a big deal, like you're gonna worry about it. But other than something like that, I'm like a very objective person that I like to just kind of like cut everything else out and just look at what I'm actually doing. But the way that I like so Brawlhalla, when I'm just spamming ranked and I'm just like I'm not like reviewing my gameplay or anything like that. I'm just trying to play the game. Like that's bad. It's good that I'm just trying to play Brawlhalla and I'm not doing anything other than that. But the way that I am playing Brawlhalla could be improved too. So I think it's like there's like 3 levels to it at least. Uh, okay, I'm kind of going crazy right now. Oh, that would have been good. Really don't want to lose here, but it looks like I might if I can kind of maybe survive. I don't know if I have it in me. Oh, got a weapon. Okay, killed that guy. I just have to, he's probably going to desig, maybe. Oh, the Sarah, that was actually good. Okay. Get the weapon. Yeah, no, that, see, after I missed that downlight, I just didn't make a decision what to do, and I just sat and waited to get punished, basically. So that's like one of those moments where I really should have won that game if I had a predetermined plan of what I was going to do to win. You know what I mean? Like I hit that downlight and I just kind of like I was just like, oh, like it missed. Because you know what stunned me though is that I didn't check if I had gauntlets or boots, so I didn't actually know until after I did the downlight what weapon I even had. So I didn't even know what options I had really. So I probably shouldn't have even gone for an attack at all. I probably should have just waited. I mean, what made me like feel like I needed to go for something was I know he had no jumps. And maybe even at this point, I could have just Eli ground pounded him, actually. I could have, yeah, I could have just right there taken care of the whole game. But yeah, he landed short, and I just like wasn't really prepared for what was going on. So yeah, that's one of those things where like pacing and like when you're rushing what's happening in the game, that's where you expose, you know, your ignorance really and your lack of. My headset just turned off. That's awesome. I guess because there's no audio going on other than my voice. I didn't want to turn the game audio because I didn't want it to like mess with my thought process. Like I was trying to really generate some valuable text right there, you know, verbally. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've just been playing Asuri. I mean, I play Tezca in twos because he's so fun, but I find in ones like he can be a little bit of a struggle. Gauntlets are pretty good, but you know, you just have that kind of, I don't know, it can be tough to really get consistent results. I think in 1v1 because he's very fast, he's very strong, but I just find that like Asuri having 6 dex and 6 speed feels so crazy in 1v1 for me, and it allows me to clutch so many games out because you can just be faster than your opponent. You know what I mean? So like while everybody there, I feel like there's kind of a strength meta. You know, it's just kind of been like that for a while. It's just that anything that has like pretty high strength and the other stats don't really matter. You just want that strength, and then you know it's just like you know, hit your punishes and you're just gonna win because you're, you know, blow for blow, you're getting more value. But Asuri has some of the highest string potential with like her SIGs and weapons. Like the consistency of the punishes. That's the thing, is that Asuri might be like a little bit weaker, but so much more consistent without having to rely a ton on like Teros. You have to rely so much on your movement and spacing to land the punishes just because you're playing axe and hammer. But I think when you're playing Katars and Sword, pretty high dex, decent speed, and you have like really fluid SIGs that hit stacked and hit like that kind of all act as like extensions of the weapon. Like I really think this character is good. They buffed Katar and Light to be more consistent. They added Force to Sword Recovery again to make it more consistent. So yeah, when you want to look at a character that's like over the over a long period of time, you know, improving your gameplay, like a character that's going to aid you in that steady improvement, like this kind of character is like exactly what I'm looking for. Like Lucian, really great, amazing character, like super high skill ceiling and potential, but I find it so hard to be consistent with. I've had success. I've played in like top 8 streamed sets in community tournaments on Lucian and on like Kaya back when that was, you know, kind of like Luna Impala, like all that was going on. But Kaya also, it's like you can be totally shredding on this character, or you are just like really having a hard time. I feel like at any point, losing or winning with Asuri, I'm confident that I am able to like play good enough to win and beat whatever character I'm fighting, whatever player. Like you know, that's what you want. You just want something that's like, if I play any other character, like, oh, maybe I'll switch it up. I'll play like Thor or play, you know, I've had a lot of success with Dusk, obviously, because he's completely broken. But like Jaehyun, I've reached my highest elo ever of 2439 on Jaehyun, and he's been nerfed a ton since I did that. That was like a couple of years ago. I don't know if that was in 2024 or 2023, but either way, the web like sword and greatsword are not the same, and I think they nerfed his SIGs maybe, but he's still really good. I just that consistent ability to get the maximum damage punishes, and like Katars are so good at neutral. Like I just feel like I have more. And Asuri's like sword side sig and Katar side sig are and Insig are so strong that you would think that, you know, like characters that have crazy powerful like broken sigs would just be like way better to play. Like Zariel than Asuri. But Asuri's SIGs are also like just when you are landing them and using them right. Oh my God, they're insane. They just like confirm kills instantly. So yeah, this has kind of been like my ride or die main. And I don't know if that's just because I suck and I'm like a noob, or because I mean I've been playing Asuri competitively, like in picking her like throughout full sets in tournament, reaching. Actually, what's funny is my highest placements are on Sentinel. Like all my 49ths and like whenever I got I also got 49th in the trolley tournament, and I have the gummy worm bag like right next to me, but I just keep it like in my PC. But yeah, I beat Adam Cool, and I beat some other players to get 49th. That was like one of my best runs, I think. That was pretty good. But yeah, I played Sentinel, but Sentinel is also like I think that it's a struggle to be consistent when you're playing hammer and guitars. I mean, his stats are better, and his SIGs are like arguably quite a bit better than Asuri's. And he's obviously a very, very like S tier character. Like this legend is insane. But like when you have sword, you can still you can gimp pretty well. Like offstage and onstage play with sword is very consistent and very very reliable, very strong. Like and Asuri's SIGs are just so good. So this has kind of been my main. But yeah, in twos, I mean I don't play twos seriously because I have been inconsistent as like a ones player, and my 2v2 gameplay is so abhorrent. It's like I cannot follow up. My combo ability is like very low. It's just so bad because I've never like had one consistent partner or character, and I really haven't played a whole lot of 2v2 tournaments. I played 2v2 with Pier in like the 2024 Winter Championship, and we got 33rd. I think we lost to some pro players, but yeah, if I just had like a good like a consistent main and an actual person to like play and practice with that is around my level, then that's where I would probably start to see some progress being made in ones and twos. But that's hard to find. That's really hard to find. I've found a lot of people before and it just doesn't work out or whatever. But I think maybe I'll try to begin this like plan and start like really grinding, and I'm just gonna keep an eye out. When because like I'd like to get the most wins in ranked 1v1 this season. I think that'd be really cool. Do like like 3,000 or 4,000 or some shit. Try to really like break through the scene of players. But yeah, if I can get really high elo and find someone that like trusts me and that is on that same type of path as I am, like they're trying to go pro, that's their goal. Then we can like look far down the road, and like play like we're going to be still playing together in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be cool if I could go to the mid-season LAN and go to the World Championship and do all that, because that will boost your PR a ton, give you an opportunity to like improve a lot, make money, and take a vacation. So I mean, I would have to take time off work and stuff. I get a week paid vacation, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, feeling excited, like confident. It's hard to really push yourself in other parts of your life when like financially you're just like struggling and drowning and you just can't. And I worked two full-time jobs, and I was working day and night for like 3 or 4 months straight, and then I kind of like went down to one job, and then I got another one, and then but now I'm just I got a huge raise at my main job, so I've just been like kind of just chilling doing that and getting better and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm like absolutely just dying. I'm like so hungry, and I need water. I'm like I need to go to the bathroom. I'm tired. I don't even know what's going on, but yeah, I'm just gonna like put this up and forget about it. And I'm gonna be moving soon. And I'm gonna move my setup, and I think I'm gonna spend some money and like really dial in my setup. Like I'm gonna improve it so much. And yeah, I'm just gonna make things a lot better, like my quality of life a lot better, my diet, my like mentally, like where just my sleep, everything is just gonna get improved a lot because I'm in kind of an environment where like I'm a little bit kind of stressed out and like limited, I guess. Like it's just kind of it's not really ideal at all. So yeah, things are gonna get better. I'm just glad that this game is still still going. Like they've got an esports prize pool. As long as they have an esports prize pool with majors and like if you can still make money off the game, why would I not play this game? You know what I'm saying? Because I've also spent like fucking 3 grand on all these skins I have. Like I've spent so much money on all this crap. So at least to be able to like make all the money back out of the game, I'm good with that. So yeah, it's still possible. I actually don't know how much money Marky Moon made. Let's check it. 53 grand. So that was over the course of from from like February 2024 in that first tournament whenever he got top 8 on Devil Jin, and then all of 2024 up to 2025 becoming the world champion. He has 7 gold medals. That's crazy. 5 silver. Yeah, so I mean 53K from just like I mean he's making a salary. He's making a full salary off the game. So that's solid, you know what I mean? You combine that with like that's crazy that Guichabu is top 5. Money is top 6. What the hell is going on? Who is Rutsme? Who is that? Why is he PR 7? I don't really know. Why is Draggy top 10 in the game? I'm so lost right now. Did everybody quit? What's the problem here? Why is the entire front page just like people that used to be top 100? Darwin? Yo, okay, actually, no. Darwin's completely nasty on the game, dude. This guy is insane. Like, genuine ranked king, like 2800, 2900. What the hell? Did Java make a new account? What is going on right now? Mr. Pear? That's gotta be Peer. Yeah, that's Peer. Bro, I'm so lost right now. Like, what am I looking at? I haven't looked at this list in so long. And I'm just really confused. Like, why does everybody have the same name, dude? Like, damn, it's fucking so hard to like. Okay, why did like all the best players in the game quit the game, dude? Like, this shit is so fucking annoying. Just play the game. You're literally a professional player. Like, dude, 100K on the game, bro. Like, world champ, major winner, best player. Why are you PR 62? Log in, launch Brawlhalla, sign up for a tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. What is with these fucking like crybabies? They're just like, oh my god, I don't like Brawlhalla. Oh my god, I don't like it. It's not fun. I'm not having fun when I'm playing this game. Like, dude, you're literally the best fucking player in the entire world. Just get on. It's a pro game. Like, they pay you money to play it. You're getting free money. I don't know what else these people are doing with their time, but I just am under the impression that if they literally did not launch the game other than on Tournament Sunday 4 times a year, they don't even have to go to the LANs. They don't even have to do shit. They just have to wake up at 11 a.m. 4 times a year on a Sunday, log in to Steam, open Brawlhalla, enter the lobby code, whoop ass for like 2 fucking hours straight, and then they just get like $1,000. Like, I don't understand the thought process, dude. Like, why What is going on with these power ranks, dude? God damn, dude. It's just so annoying. It's literally, there's nothing more annoying. Okay, yeah, what's with Sandstorm? Like, alright. Yeah, no, man, I just like accidentally I just like fell into it. I just became like a Rivals 2 pro. Dude, I opened the community hub for Rivals 2. That game had 440 active players. No wonder you went pro in the game, dude. Nobody plays the game. All 440 of those people are like you, dude. It's just all like fucking like alt accounts. It's not. Nobody plays the game. What pro scene are we talking about, dude? Like who is out here fucking grinding out Rivals 2, dude? I just don't understand. You got there's been 10,000 active players on Brawlhalla for like 5 straight years, and the shit is paying out like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and you're quitting the game because you're not having fun, dude. Like, hello? I mean, I just don't understand. Like, how much money do you need? Like, oh yeah, no, I've made $259,000. I just, I think I'm just gonna step away from the game. Like, bro, log on, dude. You're one of the best in the world. Like, without playing, you don't even need to play the game, dude. I just don't understand. I mean, I get it if it's like, you're moving abroad, like to Mongolia, and you cannot log on. Like you do not have a PC, you don't have power, like where you're living, right? Like you're in the military or some shit, and like you're out on like a cruise ship or what? No, fucking aircraft carrier in Singapore. All right, like I get it. But if you're just like, if it's tournament Sunday, and you're just like asleep in your room, or you're just like fucking, you just want to play COD, just fucking launch Brawlhalla. God damn it. Like, what is your problem, dude? Oh my god, these people, they put in so much time, so much effort. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, dude. Look at this. Do you see this right here? Zen, 58 grand, world champ, 14 top 32s, two top 8s. He, even in his peak in 1v1, he said he did not even practice 1v1. He didn't even like it. He just played Kaya. He doesn't even like play Kaya. He fucking play, like, he doesn't even play the goddamn game, and he won like so much money in 1v1, and then he just fucking quit. Like I just don't understand. So there's just no like reality where like I've never had a time in my life where I felt more capable of becoming a pro player if fucking Rutsme is PR7, whoever the fuck that is. Like, I swear to God, I'm coming after you, dude. You better watch the fuck out. Like, this guy made 2 grand and is like, he's just an absolutely random player. Like, I just don't, I mean, come on. Let's get real here. If I can't go pro in this game, it's because I have, like, serious personal issues, which I do, but, but I'm dealing with those, right? Like, I'm fucking taking care of that shit, so it's like, it doesn't even matter. All right, dude. I just gotta close it off.